Hello guys, so today I would like to come back to the channel by bringing you my Gishmatika or Gishki-Dogmatika deck list, as well as some duels to maybe showcase what this deck is capable of doing, because in my deck profile I've posted you can't actually see that. So I have some matches recorded and let's get into them. First off, we have Gishkis versus Spright. Obviously, let me mention that a lot of these duels are not I don't know how to say it. Probably they're not the peak of gameplay, because my opponents may not be the best players, and I also can make several misplays and mistakes, and you'll see some of them around here. So let's get into the duel though. So they summon Spright Red, Spright Blue, they add Jet, they special summon the Jet, search Starter, they make Springs, send Angler, get the two Beavers. Obviously we only have one Ghost Bell in hand and that doesn't do a whole lot. They do their combo, whatever. So here I probably think maybe this isn't the best hand board a Spright player could produce with that hand, but I don't exactly know the combo lines, so I cannot be sure about that. But their hand seemed to have everything. So yeah, here we have Ultimate Slayer, we have Floowandereeze, we have Nadir Servant, Aqua Mirror, and the Bell. This hand doesn't look that great, but you'll see that it actually is pretty decent. And we draw the Gishki Vision. So here I decided to go for Ultimate Slayer and not send a link, but send an XYZ, because I can bounce the gigantic Spright without them being able to negate the Ultimate Slayer with Carrot, and then I can use Aggregator to try and negate the Carrot's effect, because I really value my Nadir Servant right here. But they are obviously going to use Spright Red to negate. Then they are going to chain Double Cross, but thankfully we have the Bell, probably the only card the Bell can hit, so I instantly used it. Yeah. Here I'm going to summon Floowandereeze because the opponent controls a Link monster, and I'm trying to also bait for a possible Ass, and thankfully they took the bait. And here I can safely attack the Carrot, and now Nadir is live. I can send whatever because I don't really care. My main goal is only to remove their level 2s and link 2s from the field, because I wouldn't like for them to have access to more. And yeah, I just sent a Garura for a possible good draw here, and yeah, not that great, but this is the best. Ecclesia can be one of the best cards in the deck, because you can special summon her and search the best card of the deck, which is Dogmatika Matrix. And this card is a custom card. If you actually want, I will make a very in-depth guide for this deck, but if not, I won't. But if you do want for me to make it, you can leave a comment down below. So yeah, we add Dogmatika Matrix and we activate Dogmatika Matrix, sorry, and we add Calamity as well as Maximus. Then we can use Maximus' effect to special summon itself, then use its effect to send 2 cards from our extra deck to the grave, and we send our Toad and our Herald. Now Herald added the White Relic to our hand, and Toad added the Gishki Vision to our hand. Now we are going to discard the Vision to add Nerei Manas. And now Dogmatic Calamity is a ritual spell that lets us ritual summon a Dogmatika ritual monster from our hand by either tributing monsters from our field or hand to the grave, or by sending an extra deck monster with equal level from our extra to the grave. which means that to summon a White Relic, we can actually send either Herald or NTSS, which means this card can be a board breaker or a searcher, which is great. Yeah, so here Relic also has a very nice effect, which is that you can target 2 monsters on the field, any 2 monsters, doesn't have to be herself or your monsters, you can choose your opponent monsters as well, and you can actually make one of the 2 gain the attack of the other. So here I decided to target Floowandereeze and make White Relic gain the 3k, just because I have everything in defense, so maybe if she survives I can do something later. Yeah, and with Herald I add the Necro Mirror. I use Necro Mirror to tribute the Spring, and fun fact, Dogmatika Matrix is not only a +1, but it also can send a monster from your or your opponent's extra deck to the grave. So it's a +2 or a board breaker once again. And now we don't have a lot of presence, but with 2 cards in their hand, their first effect is going to get negated by Nerimanas, and yeah, it's pretty much GG. So let's go into game number 2. Here you can see that we drew no board breakers, no hand traps, and also the cards in our hand have synergy, but not that great when you have an opposing huge board. So here we are going to have to let them set up their board. If I recall correctly, I only sided in Kaijus for this, but yeah, here we can't do a whole lot. I tried to summon Abyss to bait maybe a negate or something, added a second Shadow, but they have this Melfi package that generates 1 more negate. So they actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interruptions. So yeah, it's pretty hard right here. And also all monsters I discard or mill are banished instead. Yeah, so here they are going to bounce my Gardener with the Sprint, but which I don't really care about. Because I only did that to have an extra deck monster in the grave, so that I could special summon Dogmatika Maximus. Then I discarded the Shadow. They also had the Nash Blossom, so they had 6 negates, or interruptions, sorry, not negates, but yeah, they have everything, so we can't really do a whole lot here. Let's get into the 3rd game though. Here, once again, I don't know why I kept the bells in, to be honest, but whatever. So here, I know this looks very bad, but I actually, when he started his turn, he took quite a long time to actually play. So when he normal summoned the Nimble Beaver, it seemed like a desperation play for some reason, even though I think it can end up on a full combo. I don't know. So I decided to actually Bell that, because Bell probably can only interact with Beaver turn 1, and also it seemed like it would stop his turn. So yeah, here we draw, thankfully, the Lightning Storm after they set 3, and yeah, we won. But we have one last game against Manadium. And yeah, Manadium, I actually love that deck, but yeah, I don't know what the cards actually do, so I used a very bad, I think, Ash Blossom. Or maybe it's just that the deck is very resilient to Ash Blossom and doesn't care about it. So they go full combo here. We are going to have to see that, unfortunately. Yeah,
but these cards are super cool. I also like Meek especially for obvious reasons. But yeah, they also used Arrival, which is a Bell target, so I used Bell right there. Yeah, they make several big bosses here. Appaloosa, everything. Yeah. So unfortunately, no Ultimate Slayer, no nothing. So we can't really do anything. I just admit defeat. I don't know why I showed you that. For some reason I said it. But whatever. Let's go into game 2. Yeah. So I once again let them play. First, they go absolutely full combo here because I didn't really open anything in terms of hand traps. We are once again going to just see them do their combo. But yeah, this is a much easier board to maneuver. So yeah, we shuffle our hand, we use Ultimate Slayer, we love to see it. Herald is going to get Ash Blossomed, we don't actually give a flying carp, not even crap. We are going to summon our Abyss, get our search, we get Drolled. Oh no. Our turn ends. Thankfully they have no follow-up. And it's our turn again. Probably no more draw, so but even then I decided to actually use Shadow first to maybe have a way to actually break their board with Necromir and Nerimanas, I mean. Yeah, and Neriman is going to revive our Abyss. Abyss is going to search for another Shadow. Ecclesia is going to special summon herself, get our Maximus effect, banish one to special summon this. Yeah. We are going to discard the Vision to get our Zilgigas. We are also going to use Maximus effect, send NTSS and Garura, draw one and pop one. We pop the back row, of course. We tributed Maximus and what is it called? Abyss, sorry, to summon our Zilgigas, but they had the Nibiru, but we have our trusty old Nerimanas. And we're going to use Matrix to plus 2 more here, and then we are going to use White Relic, send the NTSS, summon the White Relic, NTSS pops, White Relic becomes a 37 beater, and it's GG here. And game number 3, I'm not really sure if I won, but hopefully I did. Yeah. Yes, we have quite a decent board, but they have a really weird thing right here. I don't know why. Do they play one Fenrir? That makes almost no sense, so I don't know why they didn't even search with Fenrir, but they didn't. But they also had the anti-spell, so don't worry though, we have a lot of ways to deal with that with this deck. We decided to start off with the Kaiju because it's not going to get a better target probably. Abyss gets impaired. We don't give a crap. We go into Almiraj and Gardna. We have now we have a way to actually summon our Maximus effect, send NTSS and Herald to pop the anti-spell, but they had the Cold Buy, but we had the Bell, and we definitely had OTK potential here because we had Matrix as well as a search with Herald, so yeah, a very huge OTK potential. Number 2 was against Floowandereeze, but game 1 was a complete sweep with board breakers, so they surrendered instantly, so it's not actually worth showing. But I will show you the second game. So let's see. They are going first, of course. They revealed quite a lot of good cards, but they decided to get this. Probably they know what they're doing. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah. I don't think I actually sided in anything this game, but we'll see once again. Yeah, they are going full combo. Sorry about this being a little bit boring. Yes, this is the problem with going second builds. You have to actually watch your opponent do their full combo and stuff. I once again have a feeling that they should have probably made a better board than this, but yeah, what can I do here? I used the focused aqua mirror to get my abyss. I tried to use I did that to first of all bait for a Nass or something. Since they had nothing, I tried to use the Nadir to send NTSS and get I think I got a relic, right? Yeah, but I tried to NTSS pop this card, but they used gold buy, so now we have no NTSS pops, by the way. But yeah, I used the Dogmatika Matrix to add 2, which is absurd. So now I have 7 cards in hand after all this. Yeah, I normal summoned my Gishki Abyss here. I added my Shadow, and then Eaglen activated, but we used Ash Blossom. Then we are going to discard Shadow to get Necromirror. We are going to now use the Dogmatic Calamity to send Herald to summon the White Relic. White Relic, Chainlink 1 Herald and Chainlink 2 White Relic. So White Relic targeted Abyss and Empen, so Abyss got the attack of Empen, so 2700 attack points, and we also searched our Zilgigas. Then we are going to use Necromirror to summon our Zilgigas, then use Necromirror's second effect to stack Shadow on the top of our, I think it was Shadow, but yeah, on top of our deck. Then use Zilgigas' effect to pay 1000 life points, draw a Gishki card, so it's a guaranteed spin, so we spinned the set card they had, and then we can discard our Shadow, then use Dogmatika Matrix second effect to send a monster from our extra deck to the grave, send Herald and get our Neri Manas, and then we are going to activate Aqua Mirror, special summon Neri Manas and revive our Zilgigas, then also summon the Maximus, and yeah, we have game here, so they surrendered. It was a fun way to see how the Dogmatika engine actually provides a lot of ways to search your Gishki engine, which is cool. So next game now. So now we have, sorry, did I press the correct one? Yes, sorry about that. Yeah, we have a game against Branded. So game 1, I don't think it's actually worth showing, but I will show it, so I don't know why, but yeah. They are simply going to gimmick puppet us. Unfortunately, we drew no Ash, no Bell, no nothing. And if we did draw the Bell, I suppose we should probably keep it for the Albion effect. Still no Bell. Yeah, so here I should have probably just surrendered, because this is actually kind of disgusting. But I unfortunately showed them what my deck is. Yeah, also don't know exactly what some of these cards do, so yeah, I was just mildly toying around here, and yeah, I got the Matrix to have some cards for next turn, maybe. But there's no saving this game because they can actually just keep Gimmick Puppet me again next turn, or just out-game me this turn. And they are actually going to out-game, so I'm not going to show that, but yeah. Let's see the game 2. So, game 2, I decided to do something very unorthodox. So I switched in some of my going second cards and went with a going first approach. So the thing here is that you can use Ibli during turn 1 to link it off, make Almiraj and give Ibli to the opponent. So if you actually activate the Dogmatika Matrix, you can get the 2 searches instead of the single one. So, and they also get Ibli, so that's great. Also, they possibly thought that I would go second, because I also decided to go second game 1, and that could throw them off. Sorry about that. But yeah, but I didn't actually take into account that they play bestials. So yeah, that was slightly a mistake, I suppose. But yeah, they Ibli this. I still, since they have a monster, can get the value of my Dogmatika Matrix. But yeah, it's a bit weird, to be honest. So as you can see right here, we have no Gishki cards, by the way. But you'll see that we can access them. Dogmatika Maximus is going to send Garura and Herald, but see here, we are playing against a branded deck, so they also have cards to send with Maximus, which is not great, but I had to actually do it, because if I didn't, I would have probably lost altogether. So yeah, we activate our 2 effects. I usually use Herald first and Garura second, in the chain link I mean, so that I could draw first, and then depending on my draw, search accordingly with the Herald. So Herald is going to get me, yeah, the White Relic. With White Relic, I sent Herald of the Arclight to summon it, and I searched Neri Manas with the Herald, and also copied the attack of Sharonir onto Dogmatika, the White Relic, of Dogmatika. And here I can actually use a Matrix second effect to send another Herald, get the Necro Mirror. I can tribute the, yeah, for some reason the Druid Swarm here. I decide to tribute the Sharonir, yes, they sent the Lubellion to the grave, and here they get a lot for no reason, but I decided not to use my Neri Manas, because if they had Branded Fusion or whatever, or assignment, sorry, because yeah, they would do a lot. They sent the Druid Swarm to the grave to summon Lubellion, and Druid Swarm targeted the Neri Manas. I had to negate it simply. Thankfully, I also had Floowandereeze for Lubellion, but unfortunately they had the Super Poly, so since they sent it to the grave, they can actually get the Lubellion effect. Since Floowandereeze summoned, I'm going to just target Quem, yeah, so she has no effect here. Here they normal summon Albert, so I found this to be very, I don't know, sneaky. Not sneaky, sorry, I meant
that it was too obvious that they had nothing better to do here, so I used the Herald. What am I saying? The Ash Blossom, sorry about that. Yeah, so, and let's go into game 3. Game 3, unfortunately, we made a huge misplay, which cost us the game. Actually, 2 misplays, but we'll see them soon. Yeah, so they do their stuff, and they summon a Luber first thing. So I decided that this would probably have been bait here, and I didn't Ash Blossom. I would rather wait for the Branded Fusion. So they add Branded in red, which meant that I was actually correct about that. They already had the Branded Fusion in hand. I did Ash Blossom the Branded Fusion, but I can also Bell the Branded in red. So here we have an insane hand, and we are going to use Aqua Mirror to focused Aqua Mirror, sorry, to get Grimness. So first small misplay here is that Grimness is not exactly necessary here, because it also locks you into only attacking with rituals. If I had gotten Abyss, I could have possibly had game with the rest of my hand. But yeah, I decided to take Grimness here, first small misplay. But that's not what actually cost me the game. I used Grimness as a bait because I don't care even if it gets negated or whatever. I can link it off and do my usual plays here. I'm going to search a Shadow just for fun. Use Matrix to add White Relic and Maximus. Link Grimness off into Almiraj and Secure Darna. Then then use Dogmatic Calamity to summon White Relic by sending NTSS to the grave. And NTSS targets the set card, and White Relic targets which two? Secure Gardna and Aluber, and Secure Gardna is a 2.8k beater. Yeah, so then I sent Matrix to the grave. Use Matrix's second effect to send Herald to the grave, sorry, to add the Zeal Gigas. Here I'll summon the Maximus and also discard the Shadow to yeah. So here is the huge misplay I did. Because of the things they sent last turn, I figured that Titanic Land and Garura won't actually cause a problem in this instance. Sorry. So because I didn't have game here yet, I wanted to actually secure it by using the Maximus. But they have this card. Let me actually show it to you. Rainbram, which actually has a graveyard effect, which I didn't really remember and maybe possibly even know about, which says that during your opponent's turn, while this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you can target one Fallen of Albas, in your graveyard, special summon either that monster or this card and banish the other. You can only use its effect, blah blah blah, which meant that he can actually get Fallen of Albas on his side of the field here, which actually sucks. With Toad, I actually got my Shadow to my hand, and yeah, they use the Fallen of Albas to make Mirror Jade. I used a Relic to actually see their extra deck. Wish I had done that before. I mean game 2. I didn't have the chance, but I'm just saying. Yeah, I sent Dragoon in case they had the duality or something for next turn, maybe. I don't know. And then, yeah, they use the Mirror Jade, effect to banish the White Relic for some reason. Then I used this Ultimate Slayer to send Garura, draw one, and yeah, then I unfortunately drew one Shadow again. I summoned the Zeal Gigas, and yeah, this kind of sucks. As you can tell, I don't have game, and I also cannot actually overlay into Gustav Max right here because I used the Dogmatic Calamity. Decided to try and draw one because either way database is not going to do anything for me. And here I actually do have two negates. One negate is going to be on Titanic Lad this turn by bouncing the Silgigas, and yeah, we have one negate for this turn. But unfortunately they had the Fallen of Albas in hand, as well as Branded Fusion they discarded, which meant that I don't know actually what it meant, because they have Tragedy in grave, so they can get the other Branded Fusion from the grave, but I at that point thought they had 3 Branded Fusions in rotation. Had to negate the Albas there, and yeah, I lost entirely here because they have Branded Fusion and everything in general. Yeah. Don't even have to showcase that, I think. Yeah. Well, but I learned from my mistake and I'm not going to do that again. But as you could see, the deck actually had ways to maneuver through all that, but I just misplayed horribly. So let's see another game. Finally, these are some of the matches I had to share with you. They are not that amazing, but it's just a small showcase of the deck because I've been gone for quite some time now. I'm planning on making a couple more videos very soon. So I hope you like this going second variant. If you want me once again to make a more detailed guide on how to use this deck, you can let me know down in the comments. And yeah, what else? Also, if you want to see more matches, I'm planning on making a DB video as well, dueling book I mean, DB. Yeah, so yeah, let me know. Thank you for watching. Bye.